what does the strawberry tree have to do with
medieval disputes about land? The madroño right here, or the strawberry tree, is the symbol of Madrid because in the 1200s there was a major land dispute between the town officials and the clergy of the church. Now, all my students who studied the Middle Ages with me know that this is a big thing throughout the Middle Ages. Who owns what land? Is it the church? Is it the political officers? And there's a lot of different disputes within that. Well, in the 1200s, they were fighting about who got to have control over the woods and the forests, as well as like pastures and farmland. Now, they came to a settlement in 1222. The church was allowed to have the grazing pastures, while the municipality was allowed to have the forests, woods, and other like wild areas of Madrid. And the Madroño was a symbol on the seal that made this official, showing that the municipality had at least won a little bit from the church, that they could own some of their own land. When we study medieval history and civilizations, it's really helpful to think about civilizations in terms of a layer cake, to use an analogy. Usually when one civilization conquers another, they don't just wipe the slate clean, get rid of everything that was there before. They usually build on top of it or use what was already there. Now we're going to see some examples of this when we're in southern Spain, but this is an interesting example. So Madrid was actually founded as a Muslim fort to protect the city of Toledo, which was an Arab city at the time. Now, this was happening in about 900, and about 100 years later, in the 1000s, Alfonso VI conquered the fort here and turned it into the Christian city of Castile. Now this later expanded, became a bigger Christian settlement, and eventually expanded into the capital today of Madrid. But this palace here, this is the Royal Palace today in Madrid, and it stands on the site of where the original Muslim fort used to be. And so this again is looking at history through layers of what used to be here before. We're going to see some of the Arab walls that are still here a little bit later in this video. So,
when we talk about the layers of history, I want to introduce you to an ancient archaeological site. This is an ancient Egyptian temple that was originally built 2,200 years ago in Aswan, Egypt. In 1968, it was donated by the Egyptian government to the Spanish government for their assistance in helping to save archaeological sites in Egypt from flooding.
this morning we found the Arab walls just as Christians would have found them back in the 900s, closed to visitors. This is a section of the Arab fortress that still remains today, and these walls are built with limestone and flint, a local flint, which is what also the Christians also used to build their walls when they conquered the city. Interestingly enough, the Arab word for this fortress was Madrid, which you can tell evolved over time, Madrid into Madrid. Madrid means abundance of waters. And also the flint that was used in this walls, whenever enemy arrows would hit the walls, it would cause sparks. And both of these led to the city's ancient motto, I was built on water, my walls are made of fire.